My name is Gorrie and I'm the Director of Innovation and Strategic Projects at Ibstock Place School. So my role encompasses both our digital learning, so the way in which we use technology in the classroom to aid our pupils, but also our digital infrastructure, and for example I manage our IT team here on site. So we started working with inTEC during the COVID pandemic, and at that point we were trying to do two things at the same time. We wanted to make sure, first of all, that our core IT operation was really stable, that it would definitely support our pupils as they were working remotely, and our teaching staff could have a really stable, reliable technology experience. But as with so many institutions during COVID, we also found ourselves wanting to try and adopt lots of new technology and try new and interesting things. And inTEC brought that expertise to the table. We were also looking in particular for somebody who had not only an education focus, but was experienced working with tech-forward schools and in the independent sector, and all of those things combined in inTEC to make them the right choice for us at that time. So inTEC provides two different types of service to the school. We have our operational services, so we have an IT service agreement in place. That helps us with things like our basic IT infrastructure. We have an engineer who comes on site roughly once a month, and that helps the team here to deal with the more advanced troubleshooting issues that come up. Then the second thing is we have our project work and our innovation agenda. So that helps us with things like the room I'm sitting in just now. This is our innovation center. It has a green screen area, it has interactive displays, it has the podcasting studio you can see behind me. So inTEC supports us with rolling out those kind of programs to the school. We're also in the middle of rolling out a pupil one-to-one scheme, and having inTEC as a partner who are understanding and even kind of encouraging of this ambition that we have is really helpful. One of the big challenges we had was that our site in general was working very much within dedicated IT rooms. And again, post-COVID, coming back to school, trying to increase the reach of technology within everything that we do, we were bound initially by those spaces that had access to the right kind of power, the right kind of data, the right Wi-Fi signals. So working with inTEC to do things like a network infrastructure audit, to do things like a Wi-Fi survey, allowed us to map out the parts of our campus that were more suited to technology in the areas where we had to invest to improve. So working on those things really liberalized the ways in which we could use technology across our whole campus. We are really lucky in having inTEC as a partner and as a supplier, because when we have to change things, and often we try and change things relatively quickly, like a lot of schools will, we can be certain that it will work, it will be delivered on the timelines that we set, and we can trust that it will be the right solution for our pupils and for our staff. Like all schools, we have various things that make us exceptional. We have some very old and some very new buildings. We have lots of constraints that take a little while to understand and to be able to work around. Having the same team and having reliable faces that we know makes those projects much more approachable for us, and it makes us able to deliver them in a much shorter time, because we don't have that learning curve of getting new people up to speed on what it is we're trying to achieve. We'd be very likely to recommend inTEC to another school. I think one of the things that we've really appreciated is schools have particular requirements when it comes to the timelines we have to get projects delivered, the constraints we operate within in terms of who we can have on site, what kind of things we have to establish about the people that come on site. Having a partner who's used to the education sector is really what makes all of those projects possible. We found working with inTEC a really seamless experience, and we've been able to do a lot in a really short space of time. At Ibstock Place School, we're really excited about what we can achieve with inTEC in the future.